I'm killed over, so just bear with me.
Bear with you.
I'll
Oh
Bear
be all
with
right.
man,
you.
I couldn't.
you show it's just cramps and it ain't the bubble guts.
Nah, yeah, we did a test. So yeah,
Oh,
it's bending me over. I can't walk upright, but I'll
oh,
be all
okay.
right. It's okay.
I know that's how I be when I got them bubble guts. I can't walk. I don't want to walk at all. I just sit there.
You said you don't want to walk at all.
I might let something loose if I walk. You know,
No, I went down
nah,
there. I asked.
nah,
I asked.
it's, they messing with my meds, and
Oh,
I think
okay.
this is those side effects
the list of
that I
side
was like,
effects.
oh, I don't have side effects, and it's like it's all getting me all at once. Like we want to build up and then punch you right in the gut, literally.
Wow.
So
Oh yeah, I know how that goes, man. I went through that many a days, boy, many a days. Oh, we're gonna put you on this. Let me know how you feel. Next thing you know, my whole right side of my face is locked up like I didn't have a stroke. What the
Wow.
hell? What water? Somebody give me some water so I can get this stuff out of my system. Oh Lord, it started cramping. So I know about the cramps. I do know about them cramp, but you know the worst place to get a cramp at is not your stomach, but in your back.
Wow.
Man, you
Oh,
oh
just
wait, in your back?
you, you take for granted how much your back contributes to your everything. Yeah, your back, man. I was getting a dialysis treatment and I got a cramp in my back, and you can't really do nothing because you can't straighten your back out. I don't care what
Right.
nobody say. Man. You can't straighten your back out. You can bend your back, but you can't straighten your back.
Wait, oh, like this. Like straight.
oh God.
I was crying. I was like, oh Lord, man. And you know, I don't usually don't cry for the Lord like that, but I was like, oh Jesus, Lord help me, Lord, Lord, Lord.
Like, oh,
I was
Jesus.
like, man, I
Yo,
was like, hey, Lord.
yeah, but Kadeem, to what you just said there, when you on an airplane and you hear turbulence, what's the two words you hear?
Well, it can either be dear God or oh Lord.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
the whole plane is trying to find religion now. Oh Jesus, Lord,
Hey,
oh God!
hey,
I'm like,
one of those.
if he didn't
One
know
of
you
them
before the
two.
turbulence, if he didn't know you before the turbulence, he's not gonna know you now.
Man,
He's,
Oh,
I done been
Jesus.
on a little, yo,
uh-oh. Losing them in the sticks. Losing
man,
them.
you talking about you little turbulence some more than them. You think, yeah. I'm gone. Am I?
No, no. I hear you now. You got clear. You
Oh,
got clear. I know you got a delay. Clear. Nope.
Oh, there you
Losing you
go.
again. There you go. There you go.
He's doing a robot. He's doing a robot.
All right. What's up, Richard? Good morning. Good morning.
You know that's R2D2. You know we can't tell what he's saying, but he's making sense. And you can see 3PO to interpret. Oh, he froze it.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, wait a minute.
He doing the Cartman and on the COVID video.
Oh, no. You way out there. You way out there, brother. Coming live from the
Oh,
stick.
he lost him.
You gone. All right. Yep. I think you're gone. Come back to us. Don't go to the light, Caroline. Don't go to the light. All right.
Am I by myself? Is it me?
Yep. It's just gonna be you now. Oh, what's up, everybody?
Live from
Welcome
the
to another
sticks.
edition of the Brothers of Legacy.
Kaneem's
Huh? Oh, this is my internet. Don't do this to me, internet. Welcome. Uh-oh. Is it? Oh, are we having troubles? All right, Larry. Okay. Am I having technical difficulty? Am I here? Am I here? You guys respond while I'm looking. Okay. Sorry, guys. Welcome to another edition of Brothers of Legacy. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and kick this intro off. I see Larry in the background right there. He just came back because I'm not sure if it's me. Sometimes it's hard, right? So just a quick trick, just a quick secret of the whole StreamYard thing. In StreamYard, and it's hard when it's just one other person. But if there's like 2 or 3 other people and you're moving and everybody else boxes is starting to freeze, that means I'm having problems. But locally, it looks like everybody else is having problems. So this is a trick. But you'll realize it when people are, they're moving and they're like, we don't see AD. Like, oh, it's me. It's not them. So it's hard to tell. So when he started turning, I'm like, is that mine or is that his? So welcome back. All right, let's thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Kevin. All right, let's do this. I'm gonna do this intro, reset, get Larry in here, and let's have a good old time.
Stand up.
All right. Welcome back. Let me make sure my
man, I was jamming to the intro song.
I am like way overdue. I've not been on my JOBB.
I like it. I like it.
Let me change that.
And when you do change it, let me borrow that, and I'm gonna use it for mine.
Did you?
It'll be the Live Core Fitness intro. Adapted from Brothers of Legacy.
Oh man. All right. So this is an interesting topic that I've been thinking about for a while. Is our society built on trust or money? And I'm trying to. So I've restarted my group me with my brothers. I'm trying to restart some conversations. It's a little slow go right now. It's a little slow because I know everyone's probably got their notifications turned off or their phone is like not recognizing them.
The internet is probably locking up on them. It's probably that's what it is. The internet.
The internet's locking. It's the internet.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what it is. So I wanted to talk about, because I thought about something, right? Because, Brian's position on like crypto, and a lot of people's, and it makes sense, is that cryptocurrency is not backed by something like government or a product or gold or something that is substantial to holding up its value. And so crypto is like 1,000% speculative. Like it's based on everybody feeling like, oh yeah, I trust it. Oh no, I don't trust it. If anybody of stature or popularity buys in, it shoots it up. If that same person gets out, it goes down. We've seen that with like Dogecoin. Elon got in, it went up. Literally watching Saturday Night Live with Elon Musk, waiting for him. Everyone invested in Dogecoin, waiting for him to say something about it on Saturday Night Live, and he disappointed. So 100% speculative when it comes to like Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency for the most part. I don't believe it's down and out. I believe it just needs a refinement. I look at new things because of my age. I look at it like the laser disc. Remember the laser disc?
Oh,
right? The big old late,
But how
and
long
all
did
they
that last?
needed, huh?
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said, and all it needed was some refinement, and then it became what? The DVD.
Yeah.
Right. And now that blew up Shwaited. I don't know, well, I will say I kind of know because the Laserdisc, if you don't know, for anybody, my younger audience that come in here, they're like, what's the Laserdisc? It's basically as big as a record. What's a record? It's a round thing.
The wax. The wax.
It was big. It was big and it was kind of heavy. So it was a lot, to not to carry, but probably to store and have in your house. So it didn't really blow up like probably they expected. Of course, the clearest picture at the time, and you can skip fast forward, which was a challenge when it comes to videotapes and things like that. So, but it didn't catch on. But then they came out with the DVD, smaller, compact, and higher quality video. It blew up. We know that. So I always think about when it comes to a disruptor or something new in the market, like Bitcoin. Right now, it's going through its figuring out stage, until someone can make it more useful in a daily sense. Because let's keep it real, like we hate transaction fees. We hate like right now. Now it's if Bitcoin came out 15 years ago, or maybe even 20 years ago, it really would have blew up because Larry's like, yo, AD, I need $30. Like back in the day, there was the best thing I could do, the quickest way was like Western Union.
Yeah.
That was the quickest way to give them some money. Like now it's like, yo, I need 30. Boop, boop, boop. Let me go to Cash App. Boom. You get it? I got it. But like I said, Bitcoin had come out way back when, and I'm going somewhere. Back then, it would have blew up like, oh, I could send money instantly. First it would have been the colleges on it, the college students, because us, we was like, my dad, you need to sign up for this Bitcoin thing because you can send money just like that. So it would have been a thing. But because it came out during a time with Cash App and Venmo, these other organizations was coming out with faster ways to send money and not expensive,
Right.
So it didn't take yet. So that's just my spiel about that. But I think about society built on trust, on money. I really thought about this. Remember the GameStop situation when the GameStop stock, rose very, very high because they talked about they kind of built it up. They built it up. It was just talked about, oh my gosh, you got to get into this. It built it up. And that was 100% talked about as trust. It was like, oh man, this is going to blow up.
Yeah.
This is, speculative. This is all about, it wasn't about people buying. No one rushed into GameStop and bought all the games. Like it had nothing to do with the business, 100% to do with this thing gonna make some money. And everybody buying at the same time. Good morning, Sam. Good morning. And if I didn't say good morning, good morning, Kevin, Lisa, Richard, Mama Corey. Great morning to you guys. And so when, and if you heard it, and y'all need to watch the Netflix special to really understand what happened and how Robinhood, because that was the main platform a lot of people were trading on because it was simple, no transaction fees, and just plain Jane. They literally got rid of the buy. You couldn't buy any more GameStop. They stopped it. Like just, oh no, the game's not working. The financial game is not working in our favor. They just stopped the button. You couldn't buy. That's unheard of unless a stock is plummeting and the SEC says, oh gosh, we need to stop like slow this down because they're done. And it's usually selling because everybody just selling off. Then they'll just halt trading on that stock, for legal reasons. Outside of that, if you're killing the game, you're not supposed to stop buying. You can't just stop, So I thought about that and I started digging into it. And the way Robinhood operates, like literally for the small investor, and it goes into a rabbit hole, but you're like almost buying stock that doesn't exist. So, oh, are we freezing up again? Is that me? Let me know. But we're not gonna get into that. But I thought about that, like our whole society, even our dollar, is built on our trust. If you look up like recessions start when consumers lose trust, in the buying or spending power, like they cut back on what they're buying. Recession start, and it's about our reaction to things. If you realize that, and I just thought about, is our society really built on money, or is it built on the trust we put into it? I talk to a lot of people that drive in different countries, and yeah, right?
I don't know what's going on here, so I'm not moving. My internet, I'm a FiOS guy, and it's usually reliable. I'm in a good spot, so I'm not
what service you
trusting.
got? What service you
I'm
got?
not trusting them for money right now. Verizon FiOS. Cut the cables.
Because we like to put our people on blast. This episode is brought to you by Verizon FiOS.
Can you hear me now? Apparently you can.
So isn't that like the fiber optic? This is the fiber optic direct connection.
Yeah, this is the reliable. I'm looking at what's going on. So fiber optic again. That's just maybe my internet is feeling the pain that I'm feeling. It's cramping as well. It's cramping. It's following my style.
But see, stuff like that though, like you trust what you have until you don't trust it. You trust what you have till you don't trust it. And so I'm gonna stop talking. I know I've been talking for a minute, but do you understand what I'm saying? Like our society, like, is it trust or money? Because most of what we do things because we trust the system. You vote because you're trusting that hopefully my vote is making a difference. That who I'm voting for is actually being cast. The ballot's being going, is actually going towards that person. And we trust that Verizon FiOS will not continuously be janky. So my people in the audience, if you guys are watching, can hear me. Do you feel like we're really built on trust? Like, think about it. Credit is a trust system. Credit is a record of your payments. Credit is a record of how you've handled money given to you. Like, you got a house, they're giving you money for a house. They basically the bank buys the house, and now you got to pay the bank back. So the bank says, "Hey, you look trustworthy. We're going to front that money to you, and we're going to trust that you're going to send it back to us." Because you've seen the crazy post. Would you want $1 million or right? He said my first response would have been money. Right? Because think about it, right? Because because sometimes and I might confuse two things, but sometimes I think about there are moments, because money's value is based on us. The value of money is based on us collectively. A dollar has a meaning based on how we said it. And there are times, when tragedy strikes or something goes bad, that if the whole system is jacked up, like this dollar doesn't have the same meaning or leverage, that it did before. So because I've been really thinking about that. I'm glad you said that, Rod, because I used to be like, yeah, money, but money is based on how we think it is, and like a long time ago, long time when I was in college. All right, we moved.
When you're a trained IT professional,
Not trained.
I have a certain set of skills
right?
Particular set of skills.
Yes. If one thing doesn't work, I'm going to move on to the next one. I will have the backup to the backup plan.
There you go. You got to back up to the backup.
Yeah, to back up the backup plan. and here we go.
Oh, so a lot of years when I was in college, a family member sent me like a care package. They sent me, it wasn't a lot of money. They sent me stuff and a few dollars and some change. And it was probably like $3 in like change and maybe like a $10 bill. And I think it was like a Saturday. You know, Sunday came, you know, you got to do your own laundry. And if you're like me at a HBCU, probably college period, you know, most of the locals go home. Like me, I was in South Carolina. My local was all the way in New York. So I had to stay every weekend. I'm in school, chilling. And it was early and I needed to do laundry. And so I needed change. Where am I going to get change from? So I had $10 and then I had $3 in quarters. So at that moment, those $3 in quarters had more value to me than that $10. You feel what I'm saying? It's the system of understanding the value of what you have in your possession. You know, it's the trusting. The paper. You might be coins. Like one day, the silver in the quarters. I guess it's silver, right, or something. or even is it like pennies? The copper in the pennies. One day, you know, something could spike and like, oh my gosh, we can't find copper. That penny could be worth more than $1. You know, and it's a scarcity, it's a trusting. You know, and I've been thinking about that, and before I got sidetracked, I was thinking about if you've ever driven in another country like the Middle East, and I'm pointing out Middle East, where else? Like Kenya, or you know, the thing about the traffic, like a traffic signal, it's a suggestion. Mexico, I know that for a fact because I talked to folks. It's a suggestion. You know, I was like, so if I stop, what happens? It's like, oh, they'll honk and go around you. What? So, but here in America, at least I'll say 90 to 85%, everybody's stops. Why? Because we try to follow the rules. We try to trust the system, you know. And so and I always think like people, there's like, is it what's that country? Jeez, Nigeria. They're going through a corruption issue, you know, with money and stuff like that. And I'm like, we're not better. I just think, I guess our government has figured out functional corruption. Like,
wow.
Be greedy, but don't take it all. Like, be greedy, but take care of the infrastructure. Like, do just a little bit.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It seemed like other countries, they just, I gotta get it all before they take me out of office. Because that's what I think. I think it's like, oh, I'm in office. I gotta make sure all my people are good, get all the money, and then I'm gonna get kicked out. And so the country never grows. It's that trust. It's the trust. And so like right now, in Nigeria, they switched the currency again, apparently. But they didn't offer like, so the old currency, there was no buyback, no trade-in. It's just like, oh wow, that currency is no good. No good. Like this dollar,
no trial period.
Yeah, yesterday you could have bought something. Today, that's just a piece of paper. Like, and when you lose, and think about it, when you lose trust in your system, what do you do? You know. So I'm just getting y'all to think about, with the push of false narratives and fake news, and I get you always got a side eye when the government says do something. You're like, you know,
yeah.
But our society is built on trust. Like we gotta, like, if we once we lose trust, think about, once you lose trust, you ever work at a job, once you lose trust in leadership, it's like, bump that. Bump that. And you get enough people, bump that, we out, you know, companies fall apart. Like, nah, we don't, chief, we out. You know, it's a trust thing. You know, everything we do. You know, you sign up for Verizon. You had them come in your house, put this in, and you might have to pay something up front for them to do all this, but you're trusting what they say they're gonna deliver is gonna deliver. And you know, I'm cracking on, you know, there's mess ups. This thing, because you've been good. We've been on how many? You've been on just about 10 weeks, because that's how long we've been doing the workout.
Oh wow.
10 more weeks, right? You've been good. So, you know, I'm just cracking on. They did good. This, you could always mess up a little, but we trust things. We trust things. You trust you're gonna turn your phone on, be able to make a phone call. There's a trust.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. What you guys think? Do you think we are built on trust, or is it more money? Or because, like I said, the stock market is 100% trust.
So
a country built on Reese, what up, sir? What up, sir? I'm looking for your thought on that.
All right. So part of it is, it's some of both, right? Okay. So let's go back to that GameStop example you had made, right? So when you're in the whole stock market, you know, it was their shares that went up, right? Mm-hmm. So now it's like, oh, the shares went up. Let me get in because they're gonna get higher, right? So now they always say this is called a risk, right? You're taking a risk. It's not like so if you put in $10 and and you left it in there, and your $10 turned to $100, right? So now you decide to leave it in there, right? Knowing that it's still going to go up,
right?
So then, you know, a week, 2 weeks, however long it was, that 10 that went to 100 becomes $1, right? And then if he was upset, like, hey, I lost my money, like, you took that risk, right? So the money was now if it went down back to the $10 that you initially put in, you know, you broke even. Just like when those that gamble, you know, a lot of people say, hey, I broke even, so I'm good, right? So you don't take a loss until it's actually money you put in. So that money from the $100 bill to that $11 bill, that really wasn't yours. It really wasn't yours.
Okay.
Right? Okay. It really wasn't yours. That was just bonus. And I know a lot of people are like, nah, Larry, that was my money, you know, and that's what happened. You know, and the same thing happened with the what was that currency? The currency that Tom Brady and all them
FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, the dude, yeah.
So now all the people invested their money in there, and the final number has skyrocketed up, right? And they're like, I'm owed that money. Like, you're not owed that money.
It was a risk.
It was a risk that you took. Now the money that you put in, I think that's all that you deserve to get back. Right. But not all that money. But and then we trust that our government will always regulate certain things, right? Let's think about the oil tycoons.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And there's a meme going around that says that has which one would you take back? The first one is the 79-cent gas.
Right.
The next one was like $1 sandwich from somewhere. And the other two were, you know, they're always something from our past that we appreciated. And everybody in the comment section, including me and my wife, was like, we'll take that 79-cent gas. Right? Right? And going as those days that we had where we would go to a gas station with a $5 bill.
Right. It made a difference.
You know? And made a difference. Yeah. And I remember I had a Dodge Durango, and this is like right around the time when the gas started to spike, but I wasn't paying attention to the pump because I was like, I'm covered. Gas is going to be the same price. And I went in with my $5 bill. Right. And I give the cashier the $5, and he goes, you just not gonna put nothing in your truck. I'm like, what do you mean not gonna put nothing in my truck? And then I looked, I'm like, oh, he's right. I'm only gonna get 1.5 gallons. You know, like what's happening now? And but they have this whole thing. They'll this whole media parade and have all those oil tycoons lined up and like, hey, why are you raising the prices? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that?
Right.
But at the end of the day, the prices don't go back down.
Right.
And they're still eating very well. Right. And then we lose trust in our government on their regulations because they're probably getting their pockets stuffed, you know, or like my man Bumpy says, who's on your pad? Who's on your pad? You know, I need to get you on my pad. Right. So but then again, the other way where I say it's more money driven is things that are built. And Thomas, you know, this is one of Thomas's soapboxes, I'll say, is when it comes to when the creation of the electric car, right? So now he's like, okay, I'm cutting out the gas, people, right? But now, you know, okay, the electric energy is better for our environment, but we're still paying for the electricity. Why are you giving us a means to still pay for this electric car that is environmentally more conscious? But now why not have that solar panel roof where it's self-charging? Now we're taking care. Like, all right, you can charge it what you want to charge it for the vehicle. I mean, I would hate having it. I would have to wait until somebody traded it in like 4 times.
I've been looking at the trade-ins. If there's a trade-in,
you know, give me the hand-me-down 4 times over, right? So Jeff, when you're done with yours, give it to somebody else you trust, and it's keep it around. And then by the 4th one, you lift me up. All right, that's how it's gonna work.
I get it.
But yeah. So like, why not? Why isn't that a thing? Because they want people to still make money. And money is still the driving factor, you know. And you know, like with Live Core Fitness.
Yeah.
So I trust that people will come to the workout, right? Enjoy the workout with me, right?
Right.
You know, and they can be with me for a certain period of time, and they might drop out, right? You know, and I might get a call like, "Hey, Larry, you know, I saw how you had that set up. I'm about to get my this cert now. What should I do to talk?" And I'm like, okay, whatever. Then they disappear. Didn't long come back to the workouts, right? Whereas, you know, the workout for me, and I say right now, but it's free. It's free because unfortunately, I'm not money driven for everything. I feel that, you know, if I have a talent that I need to share, I share it, right? And I know some people are like, Larry, that's your time. You know, at least get at least get a cup of coffee at the deal, you know.
Right.
But I trust that people will come to the workout and, you know, if anything, give to somebody else. But that's probably not the case.
All right, let's get some of these comments. She says, Reese says, our society is built on the backs of risk takers. We should not want or wait for government to regulate anything. Government steals wealth, it does not create it. I hear you. But we're really talking about the trust in society, not just the government, but Rod said something good. He said, do we trust or are we forced influence to trust? Example, diamonds. Rod, you my man, because if y'all don't know, diamonds have no value. Zero. No value. And diamonds are not an investment. I repeat, diamonds are not an investment because as soon as you buy, diamonds are like a car. As soon as you buy a diamond, try to resell it, it is not going up in value.
Yeah, I learned the hard way.
Diamonds are not your best friend. You need to look into the history of that because that was a ploy too. That's a ploy. All of Hollywood had diamonds back in the day.
But think about it. But anyway, think about it. In the Walking Dead. in the Walking Dead, when they having the barter system, nobody's looking for diamonds. They're looking for coins. They're looking for coins.
Wow. That's interesting.
And here you go. And they're not looking for coins to actually like spend as for money. They're looking now at ways of melting it down into using it for other purposes.
Right.
right?
Wow. See, currency had look, just like the second part. It says currency is basically made up. They tell us what is valuable and what to trust. True indeed. I agree with that. Um, let's see. Reese says,
I
"Yep."
mean,
He
diamond's
said,
still a girl's best friend.
"I hear you, Reese." Said, "Let your cars run on coal because coal powers electricity."
There we go.
At least, listen, Trump trying to bring back the coal plants. Look at that. Trump was on to something.
Oh yeah, Trump got all the inside trading. That's why me and him. I relate with Trump.
He said, "Oh, unless you find someone that wants it more than you, then the value becomes greater, right? I collect the sports cards, but value based on who want." Right, right. That is true. That is true. Um, right. He said, "Gold is much more of an investment and silver coins." True indeed. True indeed. He says, "Sorry, Rob, but you forgot the role of currency." He said, "Comics." Oh, what's that comic scene?
Yeah, this
Oh,
this
okay.
this has all the like he was just saying, like I collect comic books. I
Oh,
collected
do you
them,
do?
and here you go. They have a value to somebody, and
You
then
said what?
somebody my comics have a value to somebody, right?
Right, 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 right.
But
I
not to Don, not to President Trump. He's like, what's this?
okay. Oh, he said, "Sorry, Rob, but you forgot the role of currency." Give me a little more on that, Reese. What you mean? He said, "Replace trust." Oh, replace trust with he said, replace trust with manipulation. True indeed. True indeed. True indeed. I mean, because I think like things like the FDIC that gives you insurance to the banks um, tries to give us a sense of comfortableness when just putting money into the bank. We don't feel like that our money will be lost as long as we have. I guess it's 100,000. I've heard 250,000, some 500,000, depending on the bank. Um, it's supposed to make us feel comfortable. Now, granted, if there's a huge bank run, can the government cover everybody? But we're gonna leave that alone. hmm. But yeah, so I wanted to have this conversation because I was just like thinking about the stock market, like if we all, lost trust in the company, if all of us really pulled out of Facebook, like forget Facebook, everybody rolls over to Twitter. I think the big fight between Twitter and Threads. I mean,
Oh man.
I don't think it's a real fight. I think we just started something like the East Coast West Coast beef. We just started it trying to hype it up. Like it ain't a real thing. Elon Musk and what's my man Zuckerberg are gonna get paid either way. So currency
Either way.
currency is an exchange. The value of currency is based on the market it works in. Think petro dollars. I've heard that before. My brain's not going there right now. I think I can't even. I need promise my Google Ace. I have a couple of Kobe Bryant rookie cards. Value went up when he passed away. The collectors not sure what they are worth now. They're probably still worth a lot. I'm sure. I would think.
Better check the corners of those cards, man. Yeah, make sure those corners aren't frayed. the slightest little bit is like, oh,
right.
I actually have a Kobe rookie card.
Oh wow.
Now I gotta find it. Well, I bought it was that year. It was who all the rookies then? Whatever it was bought in a pack. It was in a hard plastic case. It was like everybody that year. It was all their rookie. It was all their. This is back then. I was just like, let me just grab this.
Right
now, I need to find it. I think I got a couple rookies that are something now. Who was all in that class? Was KG in that class?
Maybe.
Oh man, I might have to start liking sports again.
Just so I can get some value in this.
No,
right. It's like cryptocurrency, right, is more valuable than dollars in the cryptos. in the crypto space.
in the crypto space, right?
True. It's about the system you're in and what you're trading at. I hear you. Definitely hear you on that, Reese.
And see, and then with me, you should notice now that I'm not a 1.0 jumper, right? I don't go in early. Something got to be around for quite some time for me to jump in. And by the time I decided to go ahead and take that leap,
It's not the same.
It takes a while to earn my trust, right?
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. And then I got some boys that they're like, oh yeah, I got some money from I did a little crypto investment and stuff. And I got this money stashed away.
Right.
I was gonna pay for this trip using this, and I'm like, that's nice and all. You got that,
It's nice and all, right?
You got that. You got that. I'm gonna trust the dead president right now. that's what's working for me.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the suckiest thing about sometimes getting older is when you're so daggone cautious, man. You just like, I don't know. Like how did like I don't know, and it's crazy. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like I've heard people say, sometimes the things that you can't figure out is the best time to jump into it. Like if you don't know, if you don't completely know how it works, sometimes it's good to jump in if you're an early adopter. But I'm like, but I don't know how it works. Why would I? Because we know Ponzi schemes we didn't understand, and people lost a lot of money. And so, like,
see, exactly, like and you're right, like this app Canva, right? So I'm like, I can't figure this thing out, and every time I needed something done within Canva, I go right to my wife. Oh, Carolyn, can you make me this in Canva? And she just goes ahead. All right, I got you. And then she sees something. She's like, I don't like it. I'm looking at it, man. This is hot. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Keep not liking what you're doing because I like it. I think it's on fire. You know what? You're doing something that I can't do, right? So then,
and she don't. And pause on that though. So she don't know the value of what she has. So you're taking advantage of. Listen, you don't understand how valuable this is to me. Like
exactly.
Right. That's good.
But I'm showing. I'm loving what she's doing. Right. That should be enough. That's showing high value. So then, one day I decide, all right, I feel like I'm bothering her. Let me try this thing, and then I bother her anyway. How do you do this? How do you do this? And then I just start playing around, and I'm like, oh, now I'm like, I was just rolling things out, and I'm like, okay. So you are making a point because when this time is get in when you don't know how to do it, like
right.
Oh, even with the reels, like I've been I made my first reel, then I just went off, and she goes, "You getting better than me?" I'm like, I'm nowhere near how good you are. You doing skits. Right, I can't do a skit.
Right. Feel so foolish doing a skit.
Yeah, but like I said, but get in when you don't understand it.
So Sean says, older you are, the less time to recover if have a major loss. But Reese is right. The risk taken. You're right. Like Ray Kroc, McDonald's, I think he was like 50, 55 when he started. When he started working on that, like working with the McDonald brothers or stealing from the but depending on how you look at it. Got to see the movie though. Great movie, Founder on Netflix. I always shout it out.
Oh, that's what Founder is. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You should watch it. Oh man. Anybody that's interested in business entrepreneurship, really want to know about franchise, man, it is a great movie. It's horrible, good, but you'll see it from both sides. I'll say that. Ray Kroc was a beast, but at the same time, if the McDonald brothers worked with him more, I think he might have been better. I don't know. It's a movie still. So
wow.
How factual everything is, I don't know, but it just yeah. Let's see. You're right. You seen too. Great movie, and it's got Michael Keaton in it. Can't never go wrong with Michael Keaton.
Oh, if it's Michael Keaton in it, then yeah, it's a great movie.
Right. He's an amazing, great actor. But yeah, so it's the risk takers, right? Your risk takers have helped innovation. Risk takers, do things where nobody else is at, and and able to generate the money to keep things going. Because even Uber and Lyft just really started making money. Like they had been in the red for quite some time, so investors still pumping money into it, and investors, those risk takers. Um, so yeah, 100%. But I'm probably gonna mess this quote up. And I heard Damon John said years ago. He said it on Shark Tank. He said, "Founders get slaughtered, settlers get wealthy." So I think it's basically the one who started, who finds a new space, got to go through the trouble, get slaughtered, and lose a lot of money. But the settlers like, new space is clear, and they can just kind of ease on in there. And I think about even Uber and Lyft. I feel like there's going to be one more company that jumps in because Uber and Lyft has set the foundation that they can kind of just slide on in there.
Well,
Have you guys ever noticed of those people that work for Lyft are much nicer than Uber drivers?
Yeah, you know why, right? They pay the Lyft people better. They pay the Lyft drivers a lot better.
That's what I heard.
And I would not, if there a third company was to show up, I don't care if they give a free ride every third ride. Well, I have to rethink that, but
Yeah, right,
I'm gonna say that now.
You know it. You're like,
But
what?
right
I'm
now,
gonna go with Boo Boo.
the new one, I would not jump on. I have a perfect 5-star rating with Lyft over close to somewhere between 300 and 500 rides.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm Lyft all day. Lyft all
Loyalty
day.
and trust.
Third company, come out if you want. I want to try to bankrupt you.
So that's it. We got a few more minutes, but that loyalty and trust, I will go with Lyft. I don't care if the Boo Boo company comes out and offers a free ride every 3 rides, right? Like there's a loyalty sometimes in a trust that you have, even when it comes to phones, right? What's the newest joint? Like the cable companies are now getting into the phone business, and I see it. They got great deals, and I'm paying all this money with AT&T. Should I switch? Will it be reliable? Like, can I trust them? And I think about not only because, especially for me, and like most husbands and family men, because if I change, I got to change for everybody,
Yep.
And for me, being untrustworthy and not reliable, I can kind of get over it. But I don't need my wife stuck out somewhere or my kids stuck out somewhere and the phone ain't working.
Right.
But all phones are kind of same. I mean, because AT&T's been kind of spotty lately. I'm gonna keep it 100. They've been kind of spotty lately. With their data service, like it's been, I don't know what's going on.
They coming out with. They probably gonna come out with a new service that if you want 360 antenna reception, you got to pay for this new thing. I think that
right.
Because I swear, it's like they have all their antennas. They just turn them. They're like there'll be one pocket, one area that I got perfect signal.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden now, I go through this one area. It's as if all the antennas are turned away, and I'm just driving in the dead zone. I'm like, this wasn't a dead zone before. Why is it a dead zone now? Right? And they try to do it up the street from me. And I was like, wait a second now. This spot there ain't no trees. It's open, open zone. Like, come on. And I'm like, okay. But the loyalty comes from trusting them for a long time. But I was a Verizon guy from when they first came out.
Okay.
When it came to mobile phones. And
can you hear me now?
Yeah, exactly. I was grandfathered in to the unlimited data. Every time they say, "Oh yeah, that don't even exist anymore. You got the best plan, but you can keep it." I'm like, "All right."
You felt special.
Every time it was time to upgrade, this conversation we have, and then finally this one year, the guy goes, "Yeah, we can't even do it for you anymore. And even if you talk to the next level guy, he can't even push it through. We have to make you change your plan. And your plan you only get like 5 gigs of data. I'm like, really? Right?
The data issue. I remember that. It was like, hey, we're running out of data, guys. Everything's slowing down. So we can't offer unlimited anymore for a while.
Exactly. So then I'm like, and you see all the commercials and all the other providers are like, hey, you come over here, we'll pay your plan off, your early termination fee, and we'll give you a new phone for everybody in your household.
Right.
And I was like,
get a new phone,
so
right?
so I called Verizon, right? And I was like, hey guys, can you match this? Because I've been with you guys since your inception. Like I got the same number from when we was in college and stuff, and this is how we've been doing. And they say, oh, we can't do this. Like, wait, you can't hear me now? I will leave. Right? And then we did a little circus. We jumped. We went to we tried to go to T-Mobile, but T-Mobile because we had put down for 4 phones, they was like, oh, that's fraud, and then they canceled our order. I'm like, what the heck? Come on. So then we went to we ended up going with Sprint.
Okay.
Sprint paid our last bill off.
Right.
They gave us new phones and they sent us a gift card. I was like, wow. You can use this for your next couple bills. I was like, what?
You're so nice.
But that it was like I was traveling back and forth from Virginia to Philly for work, and I was like,
horrible.
I was like, man, I got signal nowhere. I was like, man, I sure do miss Verizon.
I sure do miss you guys.
but then I was like, you know what? I wait till the next one come up, and then AT&T was like, hey, we'll pay your early termination. So at that point, it didn't pay to be loyal. It was like, hey, whoever is going to give me the best deal. So this is not me making money, but it's me saving money. Right. But whoever gave me the best deal, is who I went with next. And then my wife was like, all right, Larry, we did that whole jumping all around. I was like, I want to jump some more. I was like, we don't get the best deal every time. And she was like, no.
I get on my wife's nerves with that one.
So now we've been on AT&T. That was our last jump. And
yeah. it's all right. Yeah.
We wait for them to announce the whole, you want 360 antenna reception, you got to pay the 360 price. And it's coming. It's coming.
I got you. I'll say, like, it's funny that you say about the grandfather deals and stuff that you had. AT&T, they would just give you something free. I felt like that's how they pulled you out of old stuff. They're like, hey, we got this thing now that you can get blah, blah, blah. It's free. You just got to say you want it, because I used to be like, why not just give it to me? Who wouldn't want that? But I realized it pulls you out of your old into a new, and then they can do
they can do tricks to you, right?
Yeah, I realized that's what they did. Oh, he said Comcast versus AT&T internet. AT&T cheaper, but you feel like the lack of speed. Comcast all day on internet. Let's see. Hold on. Going back to Lyft, Jeff said the quality of driver just seems like they're really cool people. Had a pastor one time get out of the car after that to drive and pray for me. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Jeff said AT&T sent me a notice on my phone about 16 gigs. Tells me 20 gigs it's going to start slowing down. Yeah, I passed 20 gigs before. I've never noticed the difference. Mom says, great conversation. He said, they sent you 2 cans with 100 yards of string in case. He said, I've noticed. I've had AT&T now for probably 10 years. I like them. I've had them probably a little. I probably had them like 15. I had them when they used to be. I used to have Singular. Singular. But I had Singular, and
they were bought out. They were bought out by AT&T, right?
Yeah. So you had Singular. Yeah. So the whole trust thing. I'm about to say, Sunco. Never heard of them. That's a different one. Let's look them up. I had me and the switching. Like I can't because you're so tied in with the phone. Like I'm paying for these phones and blah blah blah. I was like, I don't usually mess with the phones, but I'm the internet cable service switcher. Like I go to Charter, back to AT&T, back to Charter, back to
Oh,
AT&T. They
wow.
give me a gift card. I go back to Charter.
Those
They give
gift
me the
cards,
deal.
man. Those gift cards be official.
Right. He said I was talking about the Sprint. Oh, Sprint with the string thing. Right. He said, right, the gift cards be official. They said that, like, oh yeah. Boop, boop, let me get this $75.
All right.
Now it's time to break up with you guys.
Now we going to Applebee's.
Right. All right. Listen, appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us another edition of the Brothers of Legacy. Make sure you are staying connected to our community. Text LWN to 84576. Text LWN to 84576. All my brothers, I'll be opening up our group group very soon. Just trying to kind of get it flowing a little bit, a little organized. So stay tuned for that. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Oh, there goes. All right. Give pimping. Gift card pimping. Yes, indeed, Jeff. That's probably the best way to say it. Oh, you got a gift card? I'll sign up.
But then the day your bill is due, they come with the backhand. Where's my money?
Right. Wait a minute. Where did that extra fee come from? Yeah.
I thought I just had to pay $100.
Right.
You forgot the fees.
You don't know how many times I sit in those offices. I'm like, so what exactly is my first bill gonna be? No. Don't hit me with the number off your head. I need you to go in there with my tax. You gotta do the clap. What is my first bill gonna be? What is it gonna be?
Break out the calculator.
Right. I'm telling you, like, and honestly, I hate even the calculator because I'm like, that's not the system. That's you with what you think the taxes are. Like what? And I don't need it to the cent. I just don't want you telling me $80 and then it's $150. That's
every time.
It's a difference.
Oh, after your first 3 bills, then it'll go back down. Then you get the credit.
Right. You get me. I think I'm winning, but I'm really not. I know you get me. He's so way said, oh, dude, my stepmom did the clap with me one time. Jeff, what's going on here? All right, let's go.
Jeff, make sure Larry gets that Tesla when you are done.
Right. All right. Listen, we appreciate you guys for being here, rocking with us. Make sure you share. Sharing is caring. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you better. 988. If you or someone you love is having a mental health crisis, make sure you dial 988. All right. So we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, Mental Health Wednesday, in the place to be. So that's it. That's all. Peace out.